This is the eastern region of the cicatrix. The location marked on Rollo's siege. The waves are growing tumultuous.
Steer with care, Adel. We don't want the ship keeling over. That aside, this should be just around where the sea chart was marked.
I don't believe we are in error. The entirety of this region is blanketed in a tremendous amount of mana. What could this mean? Dead ahead!
The unconscious path where the rainbow meets the northern lights.
Hey! Look through the rainbow! There it is!
Almost makes the rainbow look like a gate.
What a breathtaking sight!
Adel! Set a course over yonder! Mana, gather round! Whoa!
It's huge!
Amazing!
Just a little further, and we'll pass right beneath it!
I always thought rainbows were supposed to disappear when you get near them.
Here's hoping this doesn't turn into another game of tag.
Fingers crossed!
What the?
The storm subsided? Look, everyone! The island!
Huh. It actually stayed in place for once.
I've never seen birds like those in Obelia Gulf.
That species. From what I recall, their nesting grounds were swept clean away by the deluge.
Stay the course. We're going ashore on that island. Real picturesque, huh?
Well, Adel, this the island you were aiming for?
But how did you even know about this island anyway? I mean, this is your first time being here, right?
Viewpoint Isle. This is quite a revelation.
So that's what was going on all those times you spaced out. And you say that old-timer told you to bring me here, aye?
Are you sure that's a good idea? I mean, you still have no clue who he actually is.
The more we hear about him, the less he sounds like just your average person.
I may be out of the loop here. But you trust the guy, right, Adel? All those mana tricks you picked up here helped me out too. In a second-hand sort of way. Plus, it's the only lead we've got. If you're willing to take a chance, then so am I.
Miss Kaja.
Well, if there's one thing I know about Adel, it's that he'd never turn his back on an uncanny island like this. So, might as well hit the ground running.
The rest of us will keep the ship on standby. That way we can flee at a moment's notice if anything—
Adel, I ask that you allow me to accompany you. My thanks. The two of you should make sure to prepare thoroughly, for caution's sake.
Are there enemies in store?
Whether they are friend or foe, I cannot say. Only that something of great portent awaits you.
Well, nobody else is on this island except that old-timer, according to Adel. There do seem to be some beasts roaming about, though, so we'll stay on our toes. Doesn't look like anyone's home. Did he leave you a note?
Dear Adol, well done making it to this isle. The final key is your flesh and blood self. Take care not to leave anything behind. I shall await you in the rightful location.
The final key? And this rightful location bit's just as vague. Any idea what they might point to? Sword? Looks pretty dated, but formidable all the same.
Adol, take that sword if you... I suspect it will prove indispensable moving...
There it is!
This pillar, it seems to be controlling the vast measures of mana that permeate this island.
What for, though?
To open the entrance, presumably, as well as to ensure that whatever occurs within will exert no influence on the world without.
Entrance? Where? All I'm seeing is a dead end.
Yes, without question. Our beckoner likely awaits us beyond it.
He sure is making a big to-do out of this. What do you think the old-timer's game is here? Aye. Time to roll up our sleeves and step to it.
If I may ask, what sort of person is this elderly gentleman you've been meeting with, Adol? I see.
You said he was able to use mana, right? There's a chance he could be a Norman. Something wrong, Leela?
Not at all. Let us hurry ahead.
Right.
Ah, you've arrived at last. This place is vaguely reminiscent of my homeland. Winters longer than I could hope to fathom. Summers that pass in the wink of an eye. The fleeting skies of the latter were much the same as the one we see above us. So you did. A pleasure to make your acquaintance.
This the old-timer, Adol?
As I thought, it truly is you. Rollo, my dear husband.
Huh?
Leela, how long has it been? You've suffered in countless ways on my account. And to top it off, I've grown gray and decrepit with age. I was convinced I lacked the dignity to so much as look you in the eye.
Don't be ridiculous. All this time, I assumed you were no longer of this world.
Rollo? The Rollo? You saw this coming? He'd have to be at least 100 years old.
Over 140 or so, in fact. Though I've long ceased keeping count. It was my unfinished business that stopped me from shuffling off this mortal coil.
Unfinished business? Actually, that reminds me. Why did you disappear after the Grieger laid waste to your country?
The Grieger? Ah, yes. You speak of the malevolent beings born of the Sea King's throne.
Pardon? Where did you get that idea?
So, you never noticed either, Leela. From here, one can witness the state of the world for what it is. The true nature of the Sea King's throne is that of the latent power within the unconscious minds of man. In particular, humanity's innate ability to forge the world around them. Take a moment to contemplate. The world, as humans know it, exists by way of human thoughts and emotions. Therefore, it is the perceptions of the people in any given time and place that compose the world. Should the world ever change, it is because the hearts and minds of man have changed.
I guess that makes some amount of sense.
But then what need was there to prepare a physical throne?
That is where my understanding ends. Perhaps the gods thought to provide man a means by which to realize his own gifts. The throne that crumbled to dust, I'd wager, was nothing more than a simple armchair.
A mere chair? If that is indeed the case, why do you say it was the throne that brought forth the Grieger?
Those who reside in the lands of Obelia Gulf are pervaded by a deep-seated conception that by no means can they effect change, or that by no means do they wish to. It is those human sentiments that comprise the deathless Grieger in their purest form.
The Grieger are caused by man?
And those feelings of being unable to change things, or having no desire to. That's what keeps him from dying?
Yes, this was as present in the nation I founded as it is in the present age. In times of peace, man wishes for his tranquil days to last in perpetuity. Conversely, in times of strife, he elects to avert his eyes and weather the storm. Although he possesses the power to forge the world, he corners himself into stagnation. Such individuals are the ones who unconsciously give rise to the Grieger.
Does that go for the Trident too?
Yes, they are fundamentally the same, albeit somewhat different in origin. From the very beginning, my mother had been incapable of bearing a child. Having married into the house of the Jarl, however, failure to provide an heir would not be brooked. In her desperation, my mother called upon Loto in prayer, and at last I was conceived.
Wait, Loto?
It is the name of a god considered to be a maverick.
I was always taught never to pray to Loto.
That is because Loto is a god who engenders chaos. Some rumors even hold that it was he who drove the Normans out of their homeland.
What?
That said, there are times chaos can bring about weal just as much as it does woe. Thus do people continue to implore his aid, as had been done in eras past. It is for this reason that he is disparaged by other gods as a divine evil.
Quite so. In response to my mother's pleas, Loto implanted 3 malices into her womb. Such is the story of how I was born.
That's just...
Upon first learning of this, I resented my mother. But in retrospect, I am grateful. After all, she had been willing to go to such lengths to wish for my birth. And then, we have Leela, who awakened my inner self slumbering within the depths of my subconscious.
Rollo.
It must be acknowledged, however, that this very act is what brought about the great calamity in all of its tragedy. I am of a mind to put an end to these malices with which I am one. And quashing malice born of humanity necessitates humans of equal strength.
You wouldn't. You mustn't.
Trident, return to me. I stand before you as your true liege and master.
Stop this! The malice! No! No!
Oh, nearly lost myself there.
Rollo?
Those devils could not be vanquished at the time of the Great Calamity. I had my reasons, you see, for whiling my days away in Beevrost, the collective unconscious of humankind. My aim was to devitalize the malices bit by bit, and at the same time...
I'm getting a vision in my head.
Those who not only confront the malice born of their unconscious, but prevail against it. It is with their futures that I cast my lot.
Did Gren just...
Conquering malice requires the strength of will and mind to envision what you aspire to, and be certain you will realize it. The key lies not in cold calculations, but rather the courage to believe in oneself, even in the absence of rational grounds. Adol, that blade you have come to acquire, the Hames Kringla. It embodies the very courage you and your companions have gained over the course of your journey. Adol, Karja, now is the time for you to strike me down! You'll forgive me for making you a part of it.
You're on. But on one condition.
What might that be?
Leela, you play for his side.
What?
There, Gramps. This round, you and Leela get to fight as a team.
Adol. Karja.
Hell's bells! Ha! I couldn't ask for anything better! Lucky for me, the ones who made it to this isle were two stout young souls like yourselves. Leela!
Yes.
So that's your true form. A mermaid.
Adol. Parja. Thank you both.
We're really in for it now, huh? You won't go holding that against me, right?
Not a bit.
Here it is. The point our journey's been leading up to. This is one fight we can't afford to lose. Let's go, Shield brother!
Conquer the malice of this world!
We shall
Dead!
How very predictable.
To think that after a century, we'd be standing shoulder to shoulder like this. I'm sorry for what happened all that time ago, Leela.
You needn't give it a second thought, my love. Adam, Trident. The two of us will come at you with every fiber of our beings.
That'll make beating you all the more worth it! Right, Adam!
Blast off! Dodge this! Fire in the hole! That's close! Now! Team up! Dodge this! Blast off!
How's this?
Toxic got what's coming to him! Dodge this! How's that?
Switch out!
Dodge this! Switch!
Try this upper side!
Dodge this! Blast
Try
off!
this upper side!
There! All good to go!
Excellent strike! Brace yourselves!
Are you all right, my love?
I'm managing to retain control of myself, thanks to you. That alone, however, will not be enough to stop Rolo of the Bloody Sea. As expected, our only resort is for these two to prevail.
We've got even more left to give. Fine by us. We're in this till the end.
Too easy!
Open book.
How's that?
Somebody's off.
Blast off!
Let's get him! A massive form of great sea! Let's get him! Right
Okay, no prey has ever escaped my grasp alive!
Yeah!
Dodge this!
Try this upper side!
What? Dodge this!
Switch out!
It broke through! Try this on for size!
Dodge
this! Blast off! Blast off! Escape! No prey has ever escaped like Wasp alive!
There!
Try this on for size!
Take the lead!
What?
Not a chance!
How's that? Team up!
I shall pierce through! Not a chance! I have reached!
See how this treats you!
Go forth!
Georgia!
This is...
incredible. Very amusing, Adol, Karja. To think that a lifetime spent tossed about by the whims of fate could end with an encounter against ones of your caliber. Harbi. No, I'd go so far as to say Loto be praised. Now where were we? Let us make this a clash for the ages, my young, hopeful brethren! Team up! Blast off!
Not a chance!
To engine! Try this on for size!
Close call!
Team up! No escape! No prey has ever escaped like Wasp alive!
I'm just getting started! Gotta be strong to survive! I gobbled that right up!
What? You all right?
Yes, my love. Formidable indeed.
There's nowhere to run!
It broke through!
Dodge this! No escape! Nobody has ever escaped like Wasp alive! Here goes!
No escape!
No fight has ever escaped my grasp alive!
The power of mana! How's this?
No prey has ever escaped my grasp alive! Fire supersonic!
Touch this! How's this?
Try this up, Bucin!
Shield ring together!
How's this?
Impressive! My head's not yours for the taking yet!
Blast off! Together as one! Go time, Karja! Nice try! Nice try! Nice try!
Following up!
Got this!
Try this up the side!
The power of mana!
Impressive!
Watch out! Here we go!
To end this!
What? Wide open! Team up!
Blast off!
Not a chance!
Team up! Blast off!
You're an open book! I am reached! Here we go! Water's massive Obaya! Let's get him! Here I go! A massive form of great sea!
Try this up the side!
Here we go, Adel!
To end this!
No prey has ever escaped my grasp alive!
Switch!
Here I come! The face is with you! Following up!
Touch this!
Here I come! The face is with you! No escape! No prey has ever escaped my grasp alive!
That helps!
Try this up the side!
Blast off!
Nowhere to run!
It broke through! Here goes!
Following up!
Here goes!
Try this up the side!
Blast off! Take the lead!
Let's do it!
Fire in the hole!
No escape!
Switch! Not a chance!
Switch!
No escape!
Blast go!
Shield brethren, together!
You've done it. At last.
Is it over?
Karja. Adel. Thank you.
Mom?
Elena. Could it be that her resolve materialized into those shackles through...
Her own doing, yes. By way of the world-forging gift all humans innately possess. There is yet more to her strength of will and mind. In weaving a bond between Karja and Adel, it served as a major guiding force toward this outcome.
It just goes to show. Our journey found support in all shapes and sizes. Adel! Your sword!
That sword was also your latent power. A manifestation of the potential residing in each of you. With its purpose now fulfilled, it has returned to its proper place. For so long, I have bided my time for those who could lay me low. Humans are weak, but it is for this reason that they are yet capable of much and more. Where once I regarded this quality with contempt, in the end, I do so in admiration.
Gramps.
Well, Adol, what say we conclude by revealing the answer? The contents of that emptied chest were my greatest treasure. I trust that you recall my saying this as well as the riddle I posed. That sword you were wielding, the Heimskringla, embodied your respective potentials. My greatest treasure is none other than you. You are the promise this world holds.
Rolo.
Oh. It would appear that they've finally come to whisk this old man away. The time we spent on this isle together, Adol, was nothing short of irreplaceable. And Karja, I've caused you such hardship.
Gramps.
Be reasonable now. I'm already 100 and... what was it again?
143 years old, my love.
Ah, yes. How could I forget? Fret not, even should we part. Our bonds endure.
Are you all right?
Thank you, Leela, for letting me make the best of my life. At last, I will see for myself what wonders await in Valhalla. Adol, Karja, remember these words well. Humans can forge the world. Of this much, I am certain.
Rolo? My dearest. If you please.
Great King Rolo, founder of Norgard, go with the love and grace of the gods.
The gods, huh? Makes you wonder how Rolo felt about being at their mercy.
Not too thrilled if I had to guess. But from what I gather, the man lived a life worth commemorating. Valkyria, guide his majesty to Valhalla, to Har's hallowed halls.
Never had much chance to talk with the old-timer, but he was incredible through and through.
Adol, Karja. No turn of phrase could ever express the depth of my gratitude. But even still, I thank you deeply. The memory of his parting smile is one I will forever hold. That we could arrive at this closure is more than I dared hope.
Wasn't nearly enough to pay back what he's done for us, if you ask me. But on a lighter note, what's next for you, Leela?
That is yet to be decided. My simple wish is to continue keeping vigil over these lands he sought to preserve. The only question is what form that endeavor should take. Incidentally, Adol, you'll be departing soon after this, yes? Are you alright with that, Karja?
I'll admit, I considered trying to hold him up at first. But the thing is, it takes awareness to grow as a person. And you can't be aware of much unless you take the steps to learn more. Now I know that adventures are something Adol just can't go without. So I don't think tying him down will do him any favors. Not being joined at the wrist anymore will take some adjusting to. But I think this is what my mom was getting at when she let us out of her cuffs.
By that token, one could see this as your liberation as well. Now is your chance to take life by the reins, as Ilona might say.
Yeah, that's why I'm working out some plans of my own.
I see. More farewells are coming down the line, then.
Aye. But let's not start a pity party about it. Well, Adel, you're headed to Karnak first, right? Let me give you a ride. I've got some business there myself. For all of Gren and the townsfolk's efforts, they've still got a ways to go on rebuilding. Yeah, this is nothing compared to what they've already accomplished. It shouldn't be long before the passenger liner makes port. Best you join up with Dogi and Dr. Flare and shove off. That's so. Well, how's this then? Ditch the liner, and I'll take you as close to your destination as I can on the Sandras. That way, you won't have to keep to any schedules. Look, I'm the one offering, so don't think twice about it. Now get a move on, will ya? I'll be right here waiting.
Fare thee well, Karnak.
I'd very much like to return in the future, after they've fully rebuilt.
Hey, Adel. About where I'm dropping you off. Kaznan's inland from the Selsetan coast, so there's no harbor in the area. That means we'll have to shoot for the passenger liner's port of call.
Ahoy!
Was that? Those guys. Seems like every one of them's managed to find a new life goal to work toward. Not as amazing as a certain someone. I'm like them, you know? That talk with my mom back on the Ark gave me a goal of my own. To scour the seas for a place where we Normans can build a new home. To take my turn carrying on the dream she and so many others stood for. That's nobody's choice but mine, of course. Sure, it'll mean rough waters ahead of me, but seeing Rolo, the life that old-timer led, it spurred me on. Thanks. Adel? Decades from now, when I'm an old woman and you're an old man, no matter how much time goes by, we'll still be shield brother and shield sister. If you're in a fix, I'll rush to the rescue sure as the sun. So, whenever it comes to mind, even if it's only once in a while, come pay me a visit, okay?